Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Bucky 1975. There it is right there. Somebody on IMDb, some reviewers said when they saw this, it made them want to get out a Raid can and spray their kitchen with Raid. I'm giving that 1 out of 5 stars. I hated this flick. If you want to see a good insects movie, watch Phenomena 1985, Dario Argento, the great Jennifer Connelly, and her sideburns. She was also good in that sci-fi movie. Don't ask me the name of it. I'm a big fan of Jennifer Connelly. But Jennifer Connelly and Vincent Price were in this one. I think I like it better. But, here's 13 Frightened Girls. I've already seen 13 Ghosts. I've already reviewed it on YouTube. Another William Castle flick. So I'll check that one out today for sure. But first up, this is an Adrian recommendation. It was sitting in my Netflix queue for the longest time, but I finally got it. Raiders of the Sun. Not much going on there. And cool. So sorry to have taken so long to get this review up, but I've been super busy. Both of my jobs, 16 hours this weekend. My part-time job, 2 full days worth basically, and I made $60 in cash tips on top of that. So I had a pretty productive last 2 days. I think I might get overtime my other job next week. I got my tax refund from the state of California, the communist kleptomaniac California. And instead of applying my refund, it was about $1,120 or $119, and they just stuck it in my direct deposit on Wednesday instead of applying it to my past due federal taxes. That was kind of a surprise. So I ended up buying the Hedge HDGE. I decided to buy some more of that. It's the Advisor Shares Ranger Equity Bear ETF. Okay. So I'll probably buy some more of that on Monday. And I didn't hit my financial goal of 10,000 in my Robinhood account, 20,000 in my money market savings. That was last year's goal, and I still haven't hit it yet, 2 months in. I figure I'm about $300 shy, so I'll definitely hit it next month for sure, because I got my 1,300 roughly stimmy check coming. It keeps sending me stimmy checks even though I work 2 jobs. I don't really need it, but I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. And I've been talking to you a lot about stagflation situation of the 70s. I just showed my son an old 70s clip of Mad as Hell. He was putting up the tank dude, the tank guy from Tiananmen Square on his catechism class. That was pretty cool. Bet you took the teacher off guard because she's probably communist herself. Anyways, what else was I going to say? Yeah, so I think I can pay a couple more bills for March, and just paid my rent, and maybe stick a little bit money in my Robinhood next week. I know I'm getting Aflac checks like $200, and got my cell phone reimbursement going, a little bit of overtime going. My primary employer, just a few hours of overtime makes a difference. And, what I wanted to say was, Karate Man's watching this. I did. I did watch Land of the Free. I watched most of it before I got Bug in the mail on Wednesday, and it was surprising. I could see why Karate Man likes the Land of the Free. Jeff Speakman is a pretty decent fighter. I'm trying to remember that other movie that I disliked. Steve James and Michael Dudikoff, and it was Avenging Force, 1986. That was the one that I disliked. John P. Ryan with his eyes bulging out. Bug-eyed John P. Ryan. Okay, getting back to Bug, I guess I got a little bit off track there. So this is William Castle's, another William Castle movie. It's his last swan song. The last movie that he produced before he died in 1977, about fire-emitting cockroaches. Jeez. So this town in California has a big earthquake. The earth opens up this giant crack in the earth, and these prehistoric cockroaches come out. They create fire sparks in their behinds by rubbing together their cerci. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm not a biologist, so don't quote me on that. But if you look at the movie poster, the actual movie poster, it's the gal picking up the phone. There's a bug on it, and then her ear gets all smoked, and she has to go to the hospital. But it's not the same woman as the woman in the movie. The movie poster has a different woman in that scene, and the actual woman in that scene is a blondie. She's hysterical all the time because these bugs, what they do is they attack your car engine, then they escape through the tailpipe, and somehow the truck explodes. I saw a couple of trucks explode in fire. I wasn't too impressed with the explosions, needless to say, and this movie didn't creep me out because I'm not scared of bugs. But if you are scared of bugs, you'll get out the Raid can and start spraying your kitchen after watching it. Be reviewer. And there's another scene where a lady gets a bug caught in her hair and it lights her hair on fire. They try to make the ending spectacular, but I think William Castle went out with a whimper on this one. I know Adrian used to have it on VHS. He told me in the chat on another video that I did, but I just couldn't get into it. I think it's about the same as Frogs. The only thing I remember about Frogs was Ray Milland. And I think Frogs came out around the same time, right? 1972. So three years earlier. 70s were a lot of movies about animals, insects, and things. Even into up to 1995 Phenomena. I think is the last one that I can remember. Besides Free Willy, which is a terrible movie with Michael Madsen. Or was it Free Willy 2 that I saw? But so the bugs are terrorizing this town. They start fires all over the place. They always pick brush to start fire. It's like they're either attracted to humans or brush, dry brush, or trucks. They like trucks. So there's a Donald Pleasance type of biology professor teaching at the local college, I guess. And he's got his own private lab. And at first he's trying to figure out a way to kill these bugs, but then all of a sudden, for no apparent reason, he decides that he wants to start crossbreeding them with the ordinary cockroach. So the egg sac hatches. They start multiplying and growing at incredible rates, and they end up flying around, really attacking this woman. Apparently, they use the same house as the house from the Brady Bunch TV show. I remember watching that show when I was a kid. Brady Bunch. They used the same house, the kitchen, and the dining room, I think. It aired from 1969 to 1974 on ABC, the Brady Bunch. I saw the Brady Bunch remake, I think. My former coworker, Symphony, made me watch it. So there's that. Yeah. Maybe if it was in black and white, it had Vincent Price and Jennifer Connelly in it, I would have enjoyed it more. Or if Dario Argento had been directing it, because it's a PG film. There's not much going on except for ugly insects. Yeah, I was real disappointed by this, but check out Adrian's recommendation. Raiders of the Sun, I'll probably end up giving Land of the Free 5 out of 5 stars, even though they made William Shatner in this ridiculous libertarian militia guy who wants to take over the government by force, I guess. Kind of like John P. Ryan in Avenging Force. That's what it reminds me of for some reason. Don't ask me why, but yeah, maybe I'll get to do 4 reviews if I really push myself. Bug was an hour 40 minutes. That's another thing that was too long. So hopefully I've covered everything. I got Brady Bunch. I got William Castle's last movie before he died 2 years later. And I got the other William Castle movie, 13 Frightened Girls. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, 13 Frightened Girls. Got Raiders of the Sun in between. And I'll try to finish up Land of the Free today, depending on how long my nappy poo lasts here. After I cook lunch, I'll cook him a bacon burger. Oh, I told you about stagflation of the 70s. That's what I wanted to talk about. So it's much worse than that. I showed my son an article about hyperinflation. Weimar Germany, Soviet Union during the 90s. Then there was Venezuela and Zimbabwe more recently. So, yeah, it's going to hit the United States, and we'll all be eating tree bark while Joe Biden sits in his basement and eats steak. That's what I told my son. But hopefully I can invest in some of these bear market kind of stocks, like the one I mentioned. Or even better, invest in gold during hyperinflation. That's what the Germans did in the 1920s. They had to carry their money in wheelbarrows just to buy a loaf of bread. I bet my grandmother wasn't too thrilled about that. So, anyways, that's the situation here in the U.S. It's pretty grim. It's been grim ever since March of last year, when they started the horrific lockdowns and mask nonsense. Now they got the poisonous jab thing. I don't even call it a vaccine. I call it gene therapy. Yeah, poison jab is a better term for that. But they haven't forced me to take it yet. I don't think they're going to force my son to get the jab in order for him to go to school. I'm surprised his mother hasn't forced him to get the jab, because she's forcing him to wear a mask and all that other jive. So maybe she's not so hardcore about this health dictatorship nonsense anymore. Who knows? Who knows what's going through her brain on any given day? But anyways, I just wanted to get that review in. Laters.